Hey, ScreenJunkies, welcome to Honest Trailer Commentaries. We were talking right before we started filming about what's the name of that animated cartoon that had Louis Anderson in it. So if you know...
Lucky Louie? Life with Louie? No, those are all Louis C.K. things.
Life with Louie?
No, oh, dang it.
Put it in the comments below. But we're here to talk about the Santa Claus. Me, Spencer J. Gilbert, while the lower thirds are flying by. That's Joe Starr.
Oh.
That's Dan Murrell.
Hi.
We did an honest thing about Santa Claus. That's a weird movie, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Hopefully you just watched the actual trailer, because we are going to talk over the version we did, give you like more expanded thoughts about it, and show you some deleted scenes that didn't make it in the final cut. Santa Claus?
Let's do it.
Every year we ask ourselves, what will we do for our holiday movie? We've done Love Actually. We've done Home Alone.
We did Rudolph.
We did Rudolph last year.
With a great extended song. That was super fun.
We did the musical thing. And then this year, I think we were between two, but I think because there is a new Grinch movie coming out next year.
We're saving it for the new Grinch movie.
We're saving it for the new Grinch movie, so I think we decided on Santa Claus. The Santa Claus.
Yes. With Bendleback Cumberbum.
Bendel Snitch Humberback.
But yeah, for now we revisited a child classic, The Santa Claus, where Tim Allen starts off the trilogy.
It kicks off the franchise.
Kicks off the... Who knew that this would become a long-running franchise where first one he becomes Santa Claus, second one he like needs to force a wife on himself, and then third one he has to like...
You can give it up if you like shake a snow
pass
globe.
it on, like it follows.
I think it's like you can quit, but then if you quit, then whoever picks up something, and then Martin Short becomes Santa Claus, and it becomes like a dystopia, so then he has to go back. It's a really complicated legal thing being Santa Claus, apparently. It turns out.
So yeah, that was my feeling just going back and revisiting this, is like this is a pretty weird movie with like a really weird mythos if you scratch the surface of it.
There's something about Christmas movies where they're all twisted and weird, but they just run through it real fast because they're all sort of polished and everyone's smiling and there's jingle bell sound effects like throughout, so you just ignore like all the weird creepiness of their premises.
So many of the mainstream Christmas things are kind of dark and twisted. The Grinch and you did the Rankin Bass things, like those are really weird and twisted, and you have all the Christmas horror movies. Like there is something. Even Home Alone is really about
Home Alone,
maiming and injuring people. There is something kind of strangely dark about Christmas.
Well, yeah, I mean, even Christmas itself in the real world is this like insane turducken of like a pagan ritual followed by like early Christianity like stapled onto it underneath like a giant capitalist like let's just buy as much as possible. And
then the war on Christmas is just orbiting around it. It's like, what do you?
It's crazy.
Yeah. So it's a weird turducken in the first place. So the movies are similarly weird, but the spirit is all about giving and giving to you. So here's our trailer for the Santa Claus that we will now talk about as it plays.
From the director responsible for all things Tim Allen comes the film that asks children to imagine, what if Santa was real?
His muse.
And what if he was a legally binding curse inflicted on whoever stole the pants off Santa's dead body? The Santa Claus. This movie is why a whole generation can't spell his name.
I thought it was had an E on there.
Yeah, no, this movie single-handedly is responsible for millions of people not knowing how to spell Santa Claus.
See, my family's from the old country, and we really put the stank on Klaus.
Really? Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yep.
But I mean, even it wouldn't be called the Santa Claus, even if his was spelled with an E. That's just a weird phrasing. Like that would be calling it,
the Dan Murrell,
the Iron Man. It's just weird. You just call it Iron Man or Santa Claus the movie, which you should watch, which stars the actor who played the Big Lebowski, David Huddleston, and Dudley Moore as an elf, and John Lithgow as an evil businessman, and he makes candy canes that make you fly.
Wow,
I think we did the wrong honest trailer.
Santa Claus the movie.
Okay. We really blew this one. Okay. Check that out.
Watch it.
Oh.
Return to the Christmas of 90s past. Where just like a pop star making a half-baked Christmas album.
Pause for a second. Good addition, Joe, on that Turtles Christmas. Some songs from that, if I recall correctly, Gotta Get a Gift for Splinter, right?
Yep.
And that's the one where Leonardo's suddenly Jamaican
Yeah.
for that song.
It's
It's like it goes full reggae out of nowhere.
It's very weird.
So
Because when I think Christmas, I think reggae.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think
And turtles. I mean, to be fair, this we're
the
already
Shores, all the Christmas classics.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Christmas album. Actors at the height of their powers would pump out a half-baked Christmas movie that you think is a classic because you were a kid when it came out and didn't know any better. Meet Scott Calvin,
So is
a
Bud.
careerist jerk. He's
SC,
fighting
get it?
his
Santa
jerk
Claus, Scott
ex-wife
Calvin?
and her jerk boyfriend over custody of their jerk kid.
You never do what I want
Would you
to do.
please be quiet?
But when he fourth-degree murders Santa Claus, he'll take his job, give it his own jerk flair,
How come you don't have a beard?
Do you want this
Found out
doll or
that
not?
manslaughter
Go back
is
to
the same
sleep.
as fourth-degree murder.
get
I
fat-shamed
learned
by his
something
jerk
every week.
co-workers,
You're starting to look like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
then loses career, clean legal record, and son in the process. Happy holidays, I guess?
Yeah, they go happy on the fart jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Experience
Those reindeer
a film
fart.
all about the magic of Christmas that sucks all the magic out of Christmas, where Santa isn't a man, but a job title. Santa dies so often, the rules of succession are printed on his business card. And Santa's physique isn't a choice, but a virus that twists the host's body into a Santa-shaped mass from which there is no escape. I wonder what would happen if a woman killed Santa, or a child, or a dog.
I'm Santa Paws now.
They made a movie out of that too? Woof.
Pause. So
Pause.
many things. Pause.
Pause.
So many things to unwrap there. There's
Yeah.
another one. The body horror element of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
The fact that this is a guy, Scott Calvin. It's not like he was an evil guy. Like he was a bit of a boor, B-O-O-R. But like he was a successful businessman. He
Had a toy company, but like it's one of those companies that only exists in movies where it's like the ruthless toy company.
Yeah.
evil toy company.
Evil like
Yeah.
90s like
Like they're a weird German nihilist toy
yeah,
company.
they're all wearing
Yeah.
suits and drinking champagne.
Yeah.
Like, haha, toys. Like,
But
I
they
like to
weren't
think
like
that's not the
putting
way it
out
is. Maybe
like
that at
defective
Mattel.
toys. You know.
no.
And it's like he had his own thing going.
Well, he had
on.
that doll like Debbie Downer Dolly or something like that.
Yeah.
That
You didn't have to do anything with it or something?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
something. I don't remember.
Put
But
that part out of my head.
it's it wasn't like obliquely evil, and like he had a career and he had a house and gone,
Kid?
all gone.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to assume the margin in there is that he was fired.
Oh
from his
yeah, he was
job.
fired.
Yeah.
And
He has-
so
he
that's
has
gone.
kidnapping on his record.
Most of the people in his life think that he's a lunatic, a crazy person.
Who
that-
thinks he's Santa Claus?
He
Yeah.
thinks he's Santa Claus. That doesn't go away. Some people know he's Santa Claus, but not enough.
And he's morbidly obese no matter
Yeah.
what he does.
No,
matter what he
yeah,
does.
physical stuff. His heart beats jingle bells. Like that's not healthy. That's really bad.
You're gonna get numbness
medically.
in your fingers and toes with a heartbeat like that, and then he's gonna look 40 years older than he is forever until he dies, probably accidentally or maliciously.
Yeah, and if he ever stops, Christmas is dead for anyone until someone literally robs his corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he can't stop eating. Like that office
the
scene
sweets,
is rough,
yeah.
where it's like
Yeah.
he can't stop. It's
man.
not a good thing. Christmas is really screwed up.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I'm not afraid to say it. All right, keep going.
Brundle Claus.
They made a movie out of that too?
Look at
Woof.
that Santa Claus, by the
Dare to
way.
believe again. Specifically the belief that therapy is for losers.
Oh yeah, these screenwriters.
As this
Something
broken
goes on.
family
There's
drama
something
makes
going
it
on here.
clear, Santa and psychiatry don't mix.
He's not Santa.
He is too, Santa!
Where not only is all mental health advice stupid, but the whole reason the hero believes in Santa is to get revenge on his ex-wife for dating a shrink.
Neil doesn't believe in Santa.
Well, Neil's head comes to a point.
Go ahead, Dr. Miller.
I guess we know who's the teacher's pet.
Scott, oh, grow up.
He listens to me.
And he charges you for it.
Ho ho, holy moly! Someone's got some issues to work on.
Pause.
Pause.
Few feet and short of a stuffed stocking. Yeah, what is the man?
Scott Calvin was not a fan of psychoanalysis, and really, when you think about it,
Neither is the movie.
neither is the movie.
It's really bizarre.
Psychoanalysis is never vindicated in this film. It's kind of loses.
No, it's kind of like rubbing it in the stepdad's face that like you were wrong. Your profession is a joke. I'm really Santa. What now? Mic
Yeah.
drop.
It's also I'm just realizing the whole like family dynamic is really, they kind of write themselves into a corner because like they can't make the stepdad an outright monster because then that's rough. Like if he goes off to be Santa and like leaves
that
his
almost
kid
would
with
have
his monster.
made it easier. Well, he didn't go off to be Santa, but if like he gets his kid back at the end
Right.
from the monstrous stepdad.
But like no one is quite monstrous in this movie, and so
they're all
it's
just
weird.
vaguely dickish.
Yeah, they're all which you nailed with this jerk, this jerk, this jerk, this jerk.
Yeah, the
Like,
mom like starts getting on his case about like looking like Santa Claus and stuff like that at that soccer practice that he was at, and then she shows up late too and just starts yelling at him.
Right, yeah, she's like, "What are you doing to our kid?" Like, well, he was watching
there
the
watching
soccer game that
practice.
you weren't here to see, Mom.
Sue.
But there's this weird thing, and it's bothered me in this movie, and it bothers me even more in Liar Liar, where Carrie Elwes plays this like really nice doctor, who is very supportive of Maura Tierney and like is helping raise their kid, like Judge Reinhold in this film. And Jim Carrey is a jerk, just a real ass. And at the end of the movie, Carrie Elwes gets totally screwed over. Because she's like, well, he's nice now, so sorry.
Bye.
Like, we were going to support us, but I'm going to go with my jerk ex-husband again. So it's like, I don't care if you had a magical wish that made you not lie, and I don't care if you're Santa Claus. A jerk is a jerk.
Yeah.
And, but these doctors are always like, what a lame-o. Like, Carrie Elwes was like like the joke in that movie, and it's like, he was
trying.
a nice guy.
He's doing his
was
best.
trying.
So he can't do the physical comedy of Jim Carrey.
He can do the physical, the intellectual comedy of a Mel Brooks. So there.
But
There you go.
it's kind of the same thing. Like Judge Reinhold is really kind of just trying to make sure that the kid grows up well-adjusted, and it's just like, hey, there should be a nice balance. He's like, what an egghead. It's like, what was this agenda in the mid-90s
Yeah,
comedies?
movies like this, either that guy just gets totally screwed, or he has to take. Unfortunately, this movie, it's like that part of the family stays together. He's not like cast off into the wilderness, but like they'll get totally screwed, or the nice guy, like the script is like, oh, we have to hate you now. So they make this hard right turn into just being like a psychopath.
Yeah, I think it's more the phenomenon
Craig
of,
Kilborn syndrome. And
Yes.
was it Old School?
Yeah.
it's the phenomenon of like mid-90s screenwriters and executives all having broken families and multiple divorces and therapy and just all that resentment coming out in the script.
What I don't think we see in the movie is that this movie was written by a single dad at that Denny's on Christmas night. Because that's a real thing. That's a real phenomenon. The single dad Denny's Christmas.
That's true, though. It is movie after movie where the high-powered executive is really the good guy, and the new guy, who's not as successful, is the lame-o, and they'll see Susan who the real good guy is. It is. It's so vindictive. Like, for people that were just too successful to keep a family together, they're like, oh yeah? Well, watch this.
He's all about his feelings. Well, I've got a genie hat, so didn't put that in the prenup, Susan. The genie hat.
Oh, that's great.
All right, let's keep going.
I love it.
Starring Richard Karn.
Journey to the North Pole for a strange new take on Santa's workshop with its own paramilitary squad that operates outside of human
If
law.
that had just been the movie.
nightmare.
Eternal
watch that
child
movie.
brides trained to service Santa's
That
every
was such
need.
a weird scene.
Pretty good for your age.
And Bernard, a cruel taskmaster who keeps the workers toiling away at their stations
Excuse me, are we on a coffee break?
and blackmails Santa into leaving
Big
his own life
BuzzFeed
behind,
article
or
on
else
how
Christmas
Bernard
is dead
caused
for
this writer's
everyone.
sexual awakening that tells you how desperate BuzzFeed is for content.
Wait. Pause. Because that was talked over by John.
Repeat now.
I think we need to roll that back.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was looking up the actor, and it
David Krumholtz.
David Krumholtz,
who
yeah,
you've seen in
who's
This Is the End. And,
many
many things.
And wrote a delightful song called Mr. Jones.
No, that
that's
would
the
be Adam
Counting Crows
Duritz.
guy.
But
Sorry.
Continue.
similar look.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a big BuzzFeed article on how Bernard from the Santa Claus caused my sexual awakening, and it was like, you'd think being BuzzFeed it'd be like a couple gifs and like that's it, but no, it's like it's a long form piece, and I don't know if I should get into her reasons why here, but check it out for yourself if that interests you.
I'm perplexed.
And yeah, it just tells you how much BuzzFeed needs articles like now. Like, what else you got? What else you got? How horny the elf makes me. Give me 10,000 words.
I just thought it was weird that he was the only like teenager in the North Pole. Like, does that denote authority? I guess it denotes authority and status.
It was a strange decision to like make them children. I don't know. It was weird to me. Yeah, perpetual children was weird to me.
But they had like dating lives. She's like, I'm dating so and so.
Yeah, I'm seeing someone in customer service or whatever. Yeah, that was weird.
There's a baby though. We'll keep going. There's just an eternal baby.
It's really screwed up.
The baby's 50.
Is it like a vampire thing?
Keep playing.
Christmas.
They turned her too soon.
There is no way this place has a union. So revisit this 90s throwback
no one could do that
makes
shot.
everyone's
That was
fantasies
the one
come
shot
true.
they got of it.
From kids' fantasies that Santa is real, parents' fantasies that their children will respect them, the studio's fantasies that this movie deserved a trilogy, and Tim Allen's fantasy
What other
that he wouldn't
clauses do we
immediately
have?
crack in a
Escape
police
clause.
interrogation.
Name?
Force majeure clause.
Unlike, what actually happened. Look it up. Starring
Or stay tuned to this.
festivity and beyond. Ryan Stiles, the
John does
kids
a
that make
good,
your iPhones.
Buzz Lightyear.
They can't all be JTT.
No.
And the pimp from True Romance. The Santa
See, he
Curse.
does grow up.
You're gonna make a great psychiatrist one day, kid.
No, you're not.
No. I think I'm going to go into the family business.
So, you're gonna kill your dad?
That is the business.
It's a Lion King thing too.
yeah.
It's like, I can't wait to be king. Well, your father has to die.
Yeah, that's what happens.
That's what happens.
That's how kings work.
Should we roll right into deleted scenes?
Yes,
Let's do it.
We have a debate that we would like to.
We'll stay
I
silent for
wonder
these.
what would happen if a woman killed Santa, or a child, or a dog. What if he just slipped in a bar of soap? Does the soap become Santa?
Pause.
Yeah.
Unlike
Yeah, I do like the soap clause.
I'd watch Sopa Claus.
Because the rules are whoever kills Santa and puts on his pants becomes Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And you see that it takes your body over. So
does the soap now talk? Is it like
I have a theory. I have a theory that whomever discovered the unfortunately mangled body of Santa Claus and then retrieved his clothing would then become Santa.
right. But what if he slips on the soap and then the soap banks off something and goes inside the pants? The soap doesn't become Santa.
I think you have to have a sentient. You have to sentiently acknowledge or choose that you are putting
So
these pants
here's
on.
my question. Let's go back to the source. Let's go back to the Old Testament or wherever Santa Claus actually started. What came first? Did the pants?
The Egyptian Book of the Dead.
Did the pants fall from were they a part of a meteor and someone found the pants and put on the pants and that's the beginning of the curse?
Yeah, is that the source of his power? It is a sentient pair of pants.
It's like Venom. Is it Venom?
The Santa hood of the traveling pants. We should have done that.
I think that inside one meteor were this Venom symbiote, the Santa pants, and Pennywise the dancing clown. And they
came
all
through.
simultaneously crashed on the planet.
Oh, that's a universe I'd want to see.
The
film from.
Pantsiverse?
Yeah, the Pantsiverse. Yeah, and if you put the pants on a baby, the baby would have the mind of an infant, but the body of a Santa.
Yeah.
By Santa Claus rules.
I think you just pitched a holiday classic.
Baby Santa.
Baby Santa, which probably already
Copyright
exists.
ScreenJunkies 2017.
Yeah, we said it on this, so it must be ours. Okay, so that was that digression.
What
Let's
happens
see.
if an AI? What happens if
an
what
app-
if your Roomba like rolls into the Santa pants?
Yeah, the Appsta clause. If you just put your phone into it.
Oh God.
Santa Baby starring.
Alec Baldwin?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's the Boss Baby special. Holiday
Baby.
special.
next
Unlike in
one.
real life when he got busted with 650 grams of cocaine and dodged jail time by snitching on his fellow dealers. Over half a kilo? What? Even for Santa, that's a lot of snow.
Pause. We debated how much to put in here because I find the story fascinating. There's so much here that I clearly just wanted to talk about this, and unfortunately we were doing a thing about a movie, but I'd really rather just talk about Tim Allen's sordid past, where his name, real name Timothy Dick, in the 70s was moving so much cocaine around.
So much.
650 grams. Can we put like a size on that? Like that's That's a brick, right? That's a brick of cocaine.
I guess. I don't know.
That's a lot of snow.
That's a lot of snow.
And then again, like I don't think I would have brought it up in the trailer, but I think semi-famously he avoided going to jail for life by turning over all of, I guess, Milwaukee's or wherever he's from, all of the like local drug scene where he got the coke from. Who's the player here? Who's the player that?
I'd watch this Fargo season, by the way.
Yeah, totally. And then in the movie, multiple times they have him being like, I'm not talking.
Yep.
So you have to wonder if this was a Tim Allen, like, conscious or subconsciously, like, trying to make amends or kind of block out.
Hey guys, what if there was a scene where the police just interrogated me and I just
I refused.
was totally cool.
I didn't give up anybody. So yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is snitches get stitches. So your name's out in the streets, Tim. No, I don't know what I'm saying. We cut that because obviously it goes too far. But you're watching this video, so you get to see it anyways.
Yeah, there you go. I'm learning now that really, why bother cutting anything anymore? Because it's not like it just sits on a hard drive like it used to.
Nope.
No, it just goes in a different video.
We got to air all of it right here.
Yeah. I will cop to leading the perhaps that's too
No, as
far,
well you should have
movement.
rolled it back, as well as I was trying to force in something about how Tim Allen said that living in Hollywood as a conservative is like being a Jew in 1930s Germany.
Just a little back for that. Can I ask this though? Is your obsession with this story where the excuse of we'll do the Grinch next year came from?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about when real talk with celebrities. I find it fascinating. Yeah. This and Mark Wahlberg would have stopped 9/11 are like are just
like
two,
top two.
They're just two stories I'm very interested in for whatever reason. So
That's worth a look up. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about it just being Tim Allen.
Yeah, exactly.
Like not the guy I would have expected to be selling that much cocaine.
It goes to show you the difference between a pre-internet and a post-internet culture.
Yeah.
As far as having easy access to history and the spread of it.
Yeah.
Because that was he was the face of the family. The family. He was the face of family in
For a
America
long
for
time.
like 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
There you go.
Life's little oddities. All right, let's finish out with some alternate funny names.
Even for Santa, that's a lot of snow. Starring
John does a good grunt.
Fudge Reinhold, Beverly Hills Stepdad,
Guy in Beverly Hills Cop.
Stepdaddy's Home, a sentient acorn, the Insanity
I
Claus,
don't get that so much.
He just looks like an acorn.
David Cronenberg's A Christmas Story.
But we all had that bowl cut.
It's
Yeah, we did.
I did. I know I did.
Yeah. So we could bring in our acorn photos next week.
Yep. With my janked up teeth and my giant glasses. Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Be really
I think
good.
we all had the exact same look.
I
at
think
some point.
I'm pretty sure I have my Weebelo uniform on too for that school picture.
Your
my
what?
my Boy Scout uniform. My parents went all in on that year. They were like, "You're gonna wear your Boy Scout uniform for school pictures," and I was like, "Why do you hate me?"
Oh wow.
I thought
Yeah.
you just called me a fake anime fan.
No, man, you go Cub Scout, Weebelo, Boy Scout. That's how it
Weebelo?
goes. Yeah.
I never got to Weeblo. I was I Cub Scout, and I was just like, I'm good.
All right. Yeah. So in conclusion, none of us got very far in the scout program. But we
No
did get
Eagle
all the way
Scouts.
through the Santa Claus several times, and may we never speak of it again until we do the second and third ones, which I'm sure we'll get to next Christmas.
I hope so.
Next week is pretty predictable, I think.
There's a Star Wars movie out next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I think if you track
Put
us,
two and
it's
two together.
pretty,
Yeah.
pretty easy to put together. But
Wrath of Khan.
yep, Wrath of Khan.
See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
What?
Yeah.